Hi, I'm Jack from legalexpert.co.uk. We are personal injury claims specialists. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we offer a no-win, no-fee service. Today, I'm going to be taking a look at cranial bones injury recovery. We'll go over some of the steps that we recommend you take, as well as looking at information provided by the NHS in regards to dealing with an injury involving your cranial bones. If you have any questions or requests, let us know in the comments. And if you like this video, please do hit that thumbs up button, as this will help us see what type of content people find helpful. If you're suffering from a cranial bones injury to your head following an accident or incident that wasn't your fault, but was down to the negligence of others, you should bear in mind that you may be entitled to compensation. Now, in order to bring a claim for compensation, we recommend that you speak to a personal injury claims specialist that has experience in dealing with head injury and cranial bone injury compensation claims. You may qualify for free private treatment if the circumstances which has led to you suffering from a cranial bones injury was down to the negligence of others by bringing a claim for compensation. You won't be expected to pay anything up front, and if your claim was to lose, then there's not a penny to pay, and we'll ensure that all costs are covered if you decide to bring a claim with us. So call our free phone helpline on 0800 652 7676 in order to find out if you're eligible, or visit our around the clock live chat service at legalexpert.co.uk. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can speak to us whenever you'd like. Now, the cranial bones is the collective name for the bones that form your skull. Out of the several cranial bones, there are two main bone types, flat bones and irregular bones. Flat bones are thin and flat, though some do have a slight curve, whilst irregular bones are complex shapes that don't fit into any other category. Now, one of the most common cranial bone injuries is a fracture. These can be serious. Now, if you've suffered a cranial bones injury, the NHS recommends that you visit A&E or call 999. They will assess you and administer appropriate treatment. There are a number of steps recommended by the NHS that following a cranial bones injury or head injury, following your hospital visit, you may be recommended to have someone stay with you for the first 24 hours and keep a phone to hand in case any problems arise and you need medical help. Get plenty of rest and avoid stressful situations. Avoid drinking alcohol or taking illegal drugs. Avoid taking sleeping pills, sedatives or tranquilizers unless prescribed by your doctor. Take paracetamol if you have a headache, but avoid non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, such as ibuprofen or aspirin unless prescribed by a doctor. Avoid playing contact sports such as football or rugby for at least 3 weeks, and speak to your doctor before starting to play these sports again. Do not return to work or school until you have completely recovered and feel well enough to do so. Do not drive a car or motorbike, ride a bicycle or operate machinery until you have completely recovered and it's safe and legal to do so. But you should seek immediate medical attention if you develop any further symptoms of a severe head injury whilst recovering at home. So, if you've been involved in an accident which has resulted in a cranial bones injury and you believe that you're entitled to compensation, we'll be more than happy to hear from you. You should bear in mind that the cost of any private treatment should be covered, as well as any loss of income from time off work, which may be claimed back for when bringing a claim for compensation. If we decide to take your case on, we'll be more than happy to put you in touch with a medical specialist in order to further aid your recovery. And we'll aim to find you one in your area so that you're not having to go out of your way should you require any further treatment in order to aid your recovery. They'll be able to advise you on basilar skull fracture treatment options, along with basilar skull fracture risk factors, how best to deal with the aftermath of a depressed skull fracture, an open skull fracture, a closed depressed skull fracture, and a pediatric skull fracture, as well as go over depressed skull fracture long-term effects for a treated or even untreated skull fracture. Of course, the circumstances of each incident are never the same, and whether or not you believe you have a valid claim, it's always advisable that you speak to an expert on the matter. So if you'd like further assistance, we are personal injury claims specialists. We offer free, friendly advice on no-win, no-fee compensation claims, so there's not a penny to pay if you lose. Get the maximum compensation that you deserve. We're rated 4.8 out of 5 stars, and we have specialist solicitors with up to 30 years experience. It'll only take just a couple of minutes for our team, who'll be happy to answer any questions you may have to help establish whether or not you have a valid claim. Call now on 0800 652 7676 or visit our live chat service at legalexpert.co.uk. Don't forget to subscribe, as we'll be uploading helpful videos just like this one on a regular basis. You can also check out one of our recommended videos or head over to legalexpert.co.uk, where you can read community questions on our forum, get free advice from our live chat, read articles and seek assistance for compensation on a no-win, no-fee basis with your personal injury claim.